So, there are a long list of bad ideas for Destiny, and this isn't one of them, but can we sit down and have a talk about why this just won't happen? So, Fortnite OG has been a success, and I would say that some people maybe enjoy the idea of their game doing the same thing. Apex Legends did something similar by reverting King's Canyon to its original form from the original Apex Legends. Now, I think the most intriguing thing about Apex Legends and Fortnite is that the maps are constantly evolving. There's different maps all the time. There's always something new. And yes, occasionally you do go back to older maps that are the same or similar to what you experienced the first time around. Now, with Destiny, there's a bit of a different thing that happens here, because I think the problem for Bungie was they wanted to keep everything that was in Destiny 1 and build the technological advancement that was Destiny 2. But they couldn't do that. So now they've made everything that's new in Destiny 2, and they're slowly adding stuff back in. So this tweet here from Lucky 10p, right? Let's get into it, right? Destiny 1 Remastered needs to happen. Fortnite OG has been a huge success, and other game developers are now tapping into the nostalgia. Bungie could score the easiest W here, considering their flagship franchise is built on nostalgia. And I do agree with that. Like, the nostalgia is a huge part of Bungie's forte. So I think the issue you run into is that remastering isn't necessary, because most of everything in Destiny 1 is already in Destiny 2. And the stuff that people want back, like Wrath of the Machine or some of the destinations like Old Mars, stuff like that isn't that big of a deal. I really don't think so. I think Wrath of the Machine is probably number one on the wish list for me, and maybe some older Destiny players. Just because when you think about it, we got Wrath in the tail end of Destiny 1, so you probably didn't play it as much as you did other raids like Vault or Crota's End, and, just bringing it back. There's so many players in D2 who haven't experienced that raid. It's a great experience, and it's free new content in the sense that you don't have to make new mechanics. You can tweak things like they have with other raids, but it's not completely original stuff like we'll get in the final shape. And I'm okay with that. One, because you get new guns with new perks, right? I mean, they're the same guns, ideally, but new perks. The only problem is they'd have to come up with a new exotic, because Outbreak Prime, which was the Wrath exotic, is already in Destiny 2. So then again, you run into that issue. Now, it could be cool to see some other sort of Siva weapon, because Outbreak is really the only Siva-inspired weapon that we have in our arsenal. It'd be great to see something like a Siva machine gun or a Siva sniper rifle. Like, that'd be cool. So, I think there are much better ideas, and we might even see that with the Destiny Into Light package that's supposed to come out in between now and the final shape. So, I'm not saying that this is a bad idea. Maybe somewhere down the line they'll reconsider remastering Destiny 1 and maybe improving on its story, because it needs that. But at this point in the franchise, I really think it's not something that will happen. Although, I don't blame Lucky for spitballing here, because ideas for fixing the dead space that's in between these expansions is something that is definitely an issue for Bungie, and baking cookies in the dawning isn't ideal. And events and how lackluster they are, well, again, that's a whole different conversation. A lot of people have been crying, including myself, for SRL to come back. It wasn't like the greatest thing ever, but it's certainly something that was fun and different, because it's not just go do this event, get your MacGuffin, and use MacGuffin to make something and then give it to carry. It's not like Festival of the Lost where you need candy and all this stuff. It's something that's more competitive. And, I think you can have both. You can have people who bake their cookies, you can have people who play SRL, and, you can have an overall event that includes different activities, different events, and can still be fun, Just spitballing again, because there's a lot of dead time for Destiny, especially with Final Shape getting pushed back, but It's necessary. Trust me, it's necessary. At least from what we've heard. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Respectfully, do not go flame Lucky 10p. He's been getting enough of it on Twitter. Trust me, as a content creator, I'm sure he's just trying to look out for Bungie and give them ideas, I guess. I don't know. Not that they're really gonna listen anyways, because they're gonna do their own thing, and that's fine. But, you know, we're always here to give our opinions and try to give constructive criticism when we can. Anyways, I'll see you guys next time.